Well, good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Monday, the 1st of July. Wow, we're in July already. I guess summer's in full swing now. 2019. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad that you decided to come along for the ride this morning. You know, it is also a holiday week because Independence Day falls in the middle of the week. So a lot of people have several days off. So be safe, have a good time, whether you go to the beach or stay home with family, have a staycation, whatever you do. I pray you have a great week. Well, I have a very funny story to tell you, and this would only happen to my pal, Sally. I'm going to call her Sally. It's not her real name, but I'll call her Sally. This is the kind of thing that would only happen to her. Let me share this really cool thing that happened to her. She and her roommate take turns making the dinner, ordering the dinner, whatever it is, and it was her turn to do this. So she said, well, I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to order in tonight. I'll just order something online and I'll just go pick it up. You know, you can do that these days. So she called one of those country kitchen kind of family type places, and she ordered like 2 cheeseburger platters and a couple other little things to go. And the bill came to like $19. So she said, no problem. So she arranged a time that she would pick it up, and she got to the restaurant, and she went to the little pickup corner, and it said on the board, it said that her order was in progress, because I guess she was a few minutes early. She said, no problem. So she's waiting and waiting, still nothing. Finally, the man behind the counter said, can I help you, ma'am? And she said, yes, I'm Sally, and I'm... Oh, yes. He said, just a minute. And they're scrambling and very busy. It happened at the weekend. So it was a very busy time. And so scrambling. And finally, they came over to her and said, okay, here's your first part of your order. And they handed her this big 2-liter of cola. And she thought, I didn't order a 2-liter of cola. So she thought, you know what, maybe it's one of those promotional things. They give a free bottle of soda to people with their... So he goes, here you go, ma'am. So they hand her this first. So she takes it, you know, okay, sure, what the heck. And she's holding her bottle of cola and waiting for her order. And finally, the guy gives her a bag, and says, here you go, ma'am. It's right here. And it seemed like a big, heavy bag. And she thought, I wonder what this is all about. So she just went ahead and took it, put it in her car, drove the whatever it was 5 miles home. She got home, and she didn't even think to look in the bag. And I think the cola really should have been a hint that something wasn't right. So she gets home, she opens the bag, and she takes out the first thing, and she opens it up, and no burger platters. Caesar salad, a gourmet chicken meal, and like pasta. She's like, wait a minute, I didn't order this. This is a country cooking place. Why would I get this? I would have gone to like an Italian restaurant for this. She's looking, she's going, that can't be right. So she reaches in the bag to look for the receipt, and when she looks for the receipt, it says $38 and somebody else's name. And she thought, what? I don't understand this. She goes, I am not bringing this back. Forget it. This is ridiculous. So she thought to herself, she said, you know what? I should call the restaurant and just tell them. Because whoever it is on the other end that's expecting is going to get burgers when they're expecting a gourmet salad and pasta and chicken. So she calls the restaurant, she talks to the guy at the restaurant, and she's explaining her situation and saying, listen, he said, well, so, okay, so, well, do you want that? And she's like, well, I doesn't matter to me. You know, he said, so what you're saying is you want me to cancel your order. So she goes, well, yes. He says, because we wondered, because your order's been sitting here for half an hour and you never picked it up. And she said, well, I did pick it up, but I got something different. You gave me the wrong order. So he goes, okay. So they coordinate and all this. And he says, okay, well, then what we'll do is we'll just cancel your other order. She said, fine. She didn't mind. She didn't mind eating gourmet salad and pasta and chicken. So they feasted on this and all that. And then she went to her bank statement to see if it had debited out okay, the $19, and it had been refunded to her. So it's like, wow. So not only did she get almost a $40 gourmet meal, the other order that she had got refunded. So it was like $60 in her favor. So she's thinking, wow, as a courtesy, they refunded my money because of their faux pas. So as she's recounting this story to me, and we're just chuckling our heads off, I said, who says there's no free lunch? No, wait a minute, free dinner. She said, that's right. So all this being said, honesty really was the best policy here, because not only did she get a gorgeous gourmet meal out of it, but it eased her conscience to know that when somebody else went to go pick up their gourmet chicken and pasta dinner and they were going to get burgers, they would have had to, since the other thing was canceled, they would have had to do the whole thing all over again. So both families got what they wanted. Both orders went in correctly after that time. What a blessing, huh? When you're honest, you never know what kind of wonderful things are going to be at the end of that rainbow, that pot of gold. And that's what happened to my friend Sally. Never a dull moment with that woman, the stories she has to tell. I told her, write a book, write a book. Hey, go be a blessing to somebody today. You might end up being the only one who is. And let me say this, if you know somebody who just needs to be blessed like that, maybe you can go make them a meal or deliver something over or take a friend out to lunch, especially if you have extra days off this week. Go bless somebody, okay? You might end up being that only one. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeannie Sigler, Jeanne Sigler. Hit that subscribe button. And of course, great music, great programming, great everything, including some very special patriotic programming we're going to have later on in the week. Don't forget, WRMZ.org, and hit that listen button. Okay, y'all, be blessed. Have a good one, and I'll see ya tomorrow. Bye-bye.